Me, sir? Yes, the vicar asked especially for you. But I haven't been down that line in many, many years. Neither has anyone else, Lil. The first train will be this weekend. Good day. Oh, what fun, a Seaside special. Yes, down my old branch line too. I assume no further than that new depot. They built a road over the tracks long ago. Oh, I wish I got to pull a special train. Think of the children, Lily. You're starting to sound like Trevor now. Yes, well, it would be nice. Lily said no more as she and Stanley headed out for the day. She put the whole business of the Seaside specials into the back of her mind. After all, the weekend was 4 whole days away, and there were plenty of jobs to do before then. Stanley, however, didn't stop thinking about it. Maybe he was thinking about it a little too much, as Edward found out when he arrived to collect a goods train. Whoa, smiling Stan, what's with the sour look? Do the twins got you down? What? No, I've just been thinking about this Seaside special Lily's been given. Oh, yes, I've heard of it. A nice little getaway for the children, especially in this heat. What about it's got you down? Well, I just wish I got to take a special. I almost never leave these yards, and even less times do I even get to leave the branch line. I've been on this island for nearly 60 years, but I've barely seen any of it. And a special train would let you get to see more of the island? Well, yeah. I see. Well, I'm sure if you let the Fat Controller know about this, then he'll give you a train of your own. I mean, I guess. I just don't know how to tell him. I've got to go. Chin up, Stanley. You'll get what you want. Don't you forget it. Thanks, Eddie. Have a pleasant trip. Lily thought over the situation for the next few days. She was a dedicated worker and would much rather be on the branch line than gallivanting off with some sort of special trip. That simply wasn't her way. So she decided a course of action. The day of the Seaside special, Lily took the first push pull of the morning, before waiting at the yard for her special. That was the plan, at least. But when Lily arrived at the junction, she started groaning. Oh, I don't feel well. I think there's something clogging my pipes. There wasn't time to inspect her, so she was uncoupled and ran into a siding. The station master called the harbor for Stanley. He came excitedly up to pull the train. Be careful, Stanley. Make sure that the line is clear and you know where you're going. Ask for directions at the big station if you have to. Oh, I will. Thank you, Lily. And with that, Stanley set off with much excitement. Stanley stared in wonder at his surroundings. He had only been to the big station a handful of times and took in all the scenery on the way up. He soon passed over the abandoned harbor and through Thomas's station. A little brown engine rang his bell cheerfully at him. The big station was very busy. Henry and Sir Allegrity sat waiting with their trains, while Percy was taking away some coaches. Stanley had to stop at the through platform. Henry looked over at him. Who are you? I'm Stanley. I'm the Brandon Harbor pilot. What are you doing all the way over here, then? I'm pulling a special. Pah. Specials. Oh, lay off him, Henry. He's just doing his work. Yeah, Unlike you, I haven't seen you move in 20 minutes. I have a jammed whistle. I'm waiting for it to get fixed. Ooh, scared you'll need to shoo off another cow? And Percy ran away laughing while Henry seethed. Stanley quickly followed him out of the station. Wait, do you know which way is the route to the old Allsburg line? Oh, yes, it's at the other end of the harbor. You'll see an old tunnel. Just go through there. Thank you. Stanley crept through the harbor. The signals were all clear, and he crossed over a swing bridge. He soon rushed through the tunnel up the coastal line. Well, Stanley, we have to slow down. The tracks end just a little bit up from the end of the tunnel. Stanley slowed to a stop in front of an industrial estate. Up ahead, the tracks lay in ruins and a road stood crossing them. The families left the train and made their way to a comfortable-looking beach. A kind-looking man came up to Stanley. This was the vicar. Thank you very much for a smooth run. I will ask the Fat Controller to put you in charge of all these excursions. They will be happening all summer. Oh, thank you, sir. Stanley sat in the siding all afternoon until just before sunset, when the people reboarded his train. The run back was rather uneventful. When Stanley arrived back at the junction, the Fat Controller stood waiting for him. Excellent run, Stanley. The vicar is very pleased with you. Both him and Lily talked to me about letting you take over these specials. Lily too, sir? Yes. She even faked a breakdown to let you have this run. Edward told me that you wanted to have a nice long run. And here's your chance. Stanley was beside himself with joy. Oh, thank you, sir. This. Oh, say no more, chap, say no more. You better be getting back to the harbor. I don't want those twins looking after one of my yards. Stanley said no more as he set off into the gathering sunset.